Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep and immersive journey into one of the most enduring mysteries of the ancient world, the legend of Atlantis. For thousands of years, people have wondered whether this lost civilization really existed, where it might have been located, and why it disappeared. Was Atlantis an advanced society that flourished long before recorded history? Or was it simply a philosophical story designed to teach moral lessons? And why does this particular myth continue to fascinate people across different cultures even today? In the next 10 minutes, we're going to explore the origins of the story, the meaning behind it, the theories that surround it, and the powerful impact it still has on our imagination. If you enjoy deep dives into ancient mysteries and want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment with your own theories about Atlantis. Let's begin with the origin, because understanding where the story came from is crucial to understanding why it became so influential. The first recorded mention of Atlantis comes from the Greek philosopher Plato. Writing around 360 BCE, Plato was not a historian. He was a philosopher who explored moral, political, and metaphysical ideas through dialogues, conversations between characters that expressed different viewpoints. In two of his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, Plato describes Atlantis in remarkable detail. According to him, Atlantis was a powerful island nation located beyond the Pillars of Heracles, which most scholars identify as the Strait of Gibraltar. This already placed the story in a very specific and recognizable geographical setting for his audience. Plato said the story came from Solon, a respected Athenian statesman who lived more than a century before him. Solon supposedly visited Egypt, where priests in the city of Sais told him about an advanced civilization that existed 9,000 years before Plato's time. These priests claimed that Atlantis was a great naval power that waged war on ancient Athens. But because the Athenians were noble and virtuous, they defeated the Atlanteans. Then, as punishment for their arrogance and moral decline, the gods destroyed Atlantis, sinking it into the ocean in a single day and night. Plato describes everything from the landscape to the architecture, concentric rings of land and water, grand temples to the god Poseidon, abundant natural resources, and a society blessed with knowledge and prosperity. But here's the crucial question that scholars have been debating for over 2 millennia. Did Plato intend this story as fact or as a metaphor? One interpretation is that Plato invented Atlantis as a way to criticize the hubris of powerful nations, using a fictional example to warn his fellow Greeks about the dangers of ambition without wisdom. This was not unusual for Plato, who often created symbolic stories to illustrate philosophical ideas. Throughout his works, he uses myths to communicate deeper truths. So many academics argue that Atlantis is simply another example of this technique. However, other researchers believe that although Plato might have shaped the story for his own purposes, the original source could have been based on real events. For instance, the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete and on nearby islands like Thera, now known as Santorini, was extremely advanced for its time. The Minoans developed writing systems, sophisticated art, advanced plumbing, impressive architecture, and a strong naval presence. Around 1600 BCE, the volcanic eruption of Thera devastated the region and contributed to the decline of the Minoans. The explosion was so massive that it reshaped the landscape and caused tsunamis that reached far across the Mediterranean. Some people believe that memories of this catastrophe may have been passed down through generations, eventually becoming the foundation for the Atlantis legend. But theories don't stop there. Over the centuries, countless researchers, explorers, and enthusiasts have proposed locations where Atlantis might have existed. Some point to the Mediterranean, suggesting Sicily, Cyprus, or even the island of Sardinia. Others insist the story must refer to a civilization in the Atlantic Ocean itself, perhaps near the Azores. There are theories about Antarctica, based on the idea that Earth's crust may have shifted in the distant past. There are theories placing Atlantis in the Caribbean, linking it to the ancient Maya or the mysterious structures off the coast of Cuba. There are even proposals suggesting that Atlantis lies below the Sahara Desert, where satellite imagery has revealed unusual circular formations that some claim match Plato's concentric rings. Each of these theories comes with its own arguments and interpretations. Some rely on geology, others on archaeology, linguistics, mythology, or even pseudoscientific ideas. And this wide range of possibilities is part of what keeps Atlantis so compelling. The story is just ambiguous enough to invite endless speculation, but detailed enough that people feel there must be some truth hidden beneath the surface. Another reason Atlantis remains so popular is that it represents something almost universal in human storytelling: the idea of a lost golden age. Many cultures have myths about powerful, enlightened civilizations that vanished abruptly. Think of the lost city of El Dorado, or the biblical story of the Great Flood, or ancient tales from India about forgotten kingdoms swallowed by the sea. These stories resonate because they tap into a deep psychological theme: the fear that even the greatest achievements can be erased, and the hope that somewhere out there lies evidence of humanity's forgotten origins. Atlantis also speaks to our fascination with advanced ancient technology. Plato describes the Atlanteans as master engineers with remarkable knowledge of architecture, agriculture, and navigation. He even mentions complex irrigation systems and monumental buildings plated with precious metals. For people who believe human history may be older or more advanced than mainstream science suggests, Atlantis is often used as an example of a civilization that possessed knowledge that was later lost. Of course, mainstream archaeology does not support the idea of a global advanced civilization predating known history. But the appeal of the idea remains strong because it reflects our desire to question what we think we know. Every discovery from Göbekli Tepe to the ancient pyramids reminds us that human history is full of surprises. So the possibility of a lost civilization is endlessly captivating. It's also worth acknowledging the role of popular culture. Atlantis has appeared in novels, comics, movies, animated series, video games, and countless documentaries. From Jules Verne's underwater visions to Disney as animated Atlantis, The Lost Empire, to modern speculative series, the myth continues to reinvent itself. Each generation reinterprets it through its own lens, blending science, fantasy, and imagination. And every new portrayal contributes to the legend's longevity, making Atlantis feel both ancient and modern at the same time. Despite centuries of searching, no universally accepted evidence of Atlantis has ever been found. Most historians believe Plato created the story as an allegory. But even if Atlantis was fictional, the impact it has had on culture, science, exploration, and imagination is undeniably real. The myth encourages us to look deeper into our past, to explore the unknown, and to consider how fragile civilizations can be. Whether Atlantis existed or not might be less important than what the story makes us question about ourselves. So in the end, Atlantis remains both a mystery and a mirror. A mystery because we do not know whether it was real, and a mirror because its themes hubris, power, wisdom, downfall reflect challenges that every society faces. Perhaps that is why Atlantis continues to fascinate us. It is not just a tale about a lost island. It is a story about human nature. If you enjoyed this extended deep dive into the mystery of Atlantis, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps this content reach more people, and it motivates me to keep creating more videos like this. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Atlantis was a real civilization, a misunderstood historical event, or a complete myth invented by Plato? Leave your theory in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.